Like and subscribe, The Facts Drone.
Clark off the screen, finds some space, and delivers! It's a triple for Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation, just went toe-to-toe with WNBA legend Diana Taurasi and folks. It wasn't even close. We're talking about a game that had everything: clutch threes, heated exchanges, and a performance that has the entire league buzzing. But here's the kicker. This wasn't just any win for the Fever. This was a statement. A changing of the guard, if you will. Clark didn't just outplay Diana Taurasi. She dominated the entire Mercury team, leading the Fever to their third victory against Phoenix this season. That's right, 3-0 against the team they've historically struggled with, and the way Clark did it. Let's just say it's gonna keep Diana up at night. End of this video, you'll understand why this game might just be the turning point for Caitlin Clark's career, the Indiana Fever's playoff hopes, and possibly the future of the WNBA itself. Now, let's break down what actually happened on that court. From the moment the ball was tipped, it was clear that Caitlin Clark came to play. She started the game hot, draining threes like it was nothing. By halftime, Clark had already racked up 16 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. That's the kind of stat line some players dream of for a full game, and Clark was just getting started. But it wasn't just Clark's individual brilliance that stood out. The entire Fever team came out with an intensity that caught the Mercury off guard. They were moving in the ball, finding open shots, and most importantly, they were playing with a confidence we haven't seen from them all season. On the other side, Diana Taurasi was struggling to find her rhythm. The Fever's defense, clearly energized by Clark's offensive outburst, was making life difficult for Taurasi and the entire Mercury squad. As the game progressed, it became clear that we weren't just watching a regular season matchup. We were witnessing a changing of the guard. Clark was outplaying Taurasi in every aspect of the game, and it wasn't just the stats that told the story. It was the energy, the body language, the way Clark commanded the court. She was playing with a swagger that said, "This is my league now," and things got so heated that even Kelsey Mitchell got involved in an argument, but it all worked out in the end. Caitlin Clark finished the game with 29 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds, and get this, she knocked down 4 out of 11 from beyond the arc. That's the kind of performance that makes you sit up and take notice. Now you might be thinking, sure, Clark had a great game, but what about the rest of the team? Well, folks, that's where it gets even more interesting. Kelsey Mitchell decided to join the party in a big way. She put up an incredible 28 points, including 6 of 13 from three-point range. The Clark-Mitchell duo was simply unstoppable. This wasn't just a good game for the Fever. This was a statement. They didn't just beat the Mercury, they dominated them. And remember, this is the third time this season that the Fever have taken down Phoenix. That's never happened before in franchise history. Let that sink in for a moment. A team that has historically struggled against the Mercury is now 3-0 against them this season. But here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just about one game or even one season. This is about the future of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark isn't just putting up numbers, she's changing the way the game is played. Her ability to score from anywhere on the court combined with her elite playmaking skills is forcing teams to rethink their entire defensive strategies. Now, let's zoom out for a moment and talk about the bigger picture. This game wasn't just a showcase of individual talent, it was a pivotal moment in the Fever season. With this win, Indiana is making a serious push for the playoffs. They're currently sitting in 7th place, and everyone from here on out is crucial. But what's truly remarkable is how this team has transformed since the beginning of the season. Remember, when they started with a string of losses, it seemed like the Fever were destined for another disappointing year. But something changed. Or should I say someone changed everything? Caitlin Clark's impact on this team goes beyond the box score. She's brought a winning mentality, a competitive fire that's infectious. You can see it in the way her teammates play. They're more confident, more aggressive, and they believe they can beat anyone. And let's not forget about the Olympic break. While some players might have used that time to rest on their laurels, Clark clearly used it to get even better. She came back looking stronger, more focused, and I say, even more skilled than before. It's as if she took all the doubters, all the criticisms, and used them as fuel to elevate her game to another level. This performance against the Mercury against a legend like Diana Taurasi wasn't just a good game. It was a statement to the entire league. Caitlin Clark is here, and she's not just playing in the WNBA. She's here to dominate it now. I know what some of you might be thinking. It's just one game. Right. This is so much more than that. What we witnessed in Indianapolis wasn't just a regular season win. It was a pivotal moment that could reshape the entire landscape of the WNBA. Think about it. How often do we see a rookie come into the league and not just compete with, but outperform one of the greatest players of all time? How often does a single player transform a struggling franchise into a playoff contender in just one season? Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's redefining it. Her style of play, her court vision, her ability to hit shots from anywhere on the floor. It's forcing other teams to adapt. Coaches are having to rethink their entire defensive strategies just to try and slow her down. And here's the kicker, she's only getting started. This is her rookie season. Folks, imagine what she'll be capable of with a year or two of WNBA experience under her belt. The sky isn't just the limit for Caitlin Clark. It's the starting point, but it's not just about Clark. It's about what she represents for the future of women's basketball, the level of excitement she's bringing to the game, the new fans she's attracting. It's unprecedented. We're witnessing the birth of a superstar, and with it potentially a new era for the WNBA. Here's where things get really interesting, folks, because with this comes higher stakes. Every team in the league is now on notice tick. They're not just preparing for the fever, they're preparing for Caitlin Clark. Coaches are probably spending sleepless nights trying to figure out how to contain her. Players are pushing themselves to new limits, knowing they need to elevate their game to compete. And let's not forget about the playoff race. With this win, the Fever aren't just knocking on the door of the playoffs. They're kicking it down, but here's the thing, making the playoffs is no longer enough. With Clark at the helm, expectations are skyrocketing. Fans aren't just hoping for a playoff appearance. They're dreaming of a championship run, but with great power comes great responsibility. The pressure on Clark is immense and growing. With every game, can she handle it? Can she continue to perform at this level? When the stakes are at their highest, the entire basketball world is watching, waiting to see what she'll do next. And what about Diana Taurasi and the old guard of the WNBA? Are they ready to pass the torch, or will they rally and push back against this new wave of talent? The league is at a tipping point, and the next few weeks could determine its direction for years to come. One thing's for sure, the WNBA will never be the same, and it's all because of a rookie from Loa who refuses to back down from any challenge. All right, it's your turn now. We've just witnessed something truly special, and I want to hear what you think is Caitlin Clark. The future of the WNBA, has she already surpassed Diana Taurasi as the league's premier player? Or do you think this is just a hot streak that will cool off? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get a real discussion going. Are you Team Clark or Team Taurasi?
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for daily updates.